All right. Welcome back to another Shoe Snob unboxing video series, One Take Wonders. Here we are with something brand new, something I've never showed, something you've most likely never seen. Relatively new brand, and yeah, gaining a bit of traction in the industry. So let's jump straight into it. So here we are with the Last Shoemaker. For those of you that read my blog, you might have recalled me doing a post about their, they have several different sides of their brand. So they have a lot of their niche is their minimalist shoes. Minimalist shoes are shoes that are meant to fit the natural shape of your foot with a zero drop, aka no heel height difference, like traditional dress shoes have. But on top of that, they do have regular dress shoes as well. And in the post, I mainly showed the minimalist shoes, but here we are going to take a look at the regular dress shoes. So let's jump straight into it. Let me just quickly comment on the box. In the box, there's nothing as far as label goes, but this is a really nice, solid, durable box. Like among the best that I've seen quality wise. So A+ there. Something very interesting here, which I've not seen as well. So you got a little pencil that says the Last Shoemaker York. It's very interesting. I couldn't quite make out why the pencil, but you never know. You know, some people like to just stick a pencil in their ear. You got a little shoe horn here made of metal. This definitely looks like a handmade shoe horn. Very cool. So got blue lining. Again, beautiful box. Very well made. Very durable paper, cardboard, whatever you want to call it. All right. So leather bags. These are genuine leather bags with what feels like a Napa suede nubuck style lining, which is in reality the inside of the leather. So it's just a piece of leather folded over here, and you have the natural kind of suede lining. Very durable bags, which is a smart idea. Costly one, I imagine. They're branded here with the logo in this very beautiful, like dark teal color with some nice little tassels on the end. So let's take a look at the shoes. All right. So here we have their beautiful Balmoral single monk, which is my favorite model from their collection. I believe the model is called the Berry model, and this is their long last, what they call the long last. I believe it has a number associated with it, but I didn't memorize the number. Just for the sake of showing you, they also have a more round, classic round last. So we have the long last and the round last. I'm gonna put the round last away, but just wanted to show you kind of the options. The Last Shoemaker are handmade shoes out of Thailand, and each pair is essentially a made to order. They don't have the stock, but they turn around handmade shoes in 6 weeks. So you get preference. You know, what you see on the side is just like a base, a template for you to choose from. You can choose your last, choose your color, choose your sole, choose it all. And then in 6 weeks time, they'll make you the shoe and send it to you. And I think this is one of the more pricier models at $440. A lot of them are under $400. So for a fully handmade shoe, it's really not that bad. So let's take a look at the Last Shoemaker shoes. So again, the Last Shoemaker structured kind of uniquely. Their minimalist shoes and their bespoke section is based in York, England. And then their kind of made to order, ready to wear collection is based in Thailand. And one of each of the partners who own the company are based in both places. So one is managing the production facility and one is managing the bespoke facility. But then they intertwinely do trunk shows around the world and do both jobs. So very interesting setup across multiple continents. But nonetheless, that works for them. And so, yeah, let's take a quick look at the shoes. Thai handmade shoemaking. I don't know really. I know of other single Thai shoemakers, but I don't know a lot of other kind of larger brands that make a production in Thailand. So this is really kind of the first major one that I know of. And so, yeah, the Last Shoemaker. All right, let's take a look at the shoes themselves. One of the owners told me that the leather is sourced from AA Crack and that it was a full aniline leather. I believe I'm forgetting it. I want to say he gets it from Crack, but it's a Japanese tannery. Yeah, AA Crack is a supplier and the tannery is Japanese from what I recall. I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure. Sorry, I had a quick delivery / interruption, and yes, there'll be a little bit of a jump there on the video. I'll do my best to edit it. Anyway, as I was saying, I believe Japanese leather sourced from AA Cracks, who's a famous distributor of England, in England, and I think of what else they told me. Anyway, they told me that the bottom work is attaching of the sole and whatnot. You know, you have your upper work, which is the stitching of the upper, the cutting, the pattern, etc. And then you got your bottom work, which is putting on the sole and the welt. By the way, I just love the color. That burgundy is so nice. The bottom work they do is on a tree stump. I gotta see if I have a video of this, and I gotta share that video. But it's a very old traditional way of shoemaking on tree stumps, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, tree stump is just like your workbench, but it's a tree stump. Anyway, so yeah, fully handmade shoes. You can see it because there are the little imperfections that show you that the shoe is handmade, which is the way it goes when you involve humans, and it's not just razor cut with machine. So I dare say that you do notice a bit of the mix of the minimalist style and the regular shoes, because this has a very low drop. It's a very small heel, not even an inch, and you can see here that there's not a huge drop from where your heel to where your forefoot is. There's a little bit, it's not completely flat, but you can see the mixing of those two ideologies. So they got a traditional heel but tried to make as low drop as possible to create a very low profile shoe. Now I dare say the only thing that I feel as far as feedback from my end goes is this very low profile gives a very small heel, which means the heel pops out easily. Unless you have very, very small heels, anybody with kind of a normal size heel, you don't get a ton of grip there. But this could also be a size thing. So knowing that I'm a 7 narrow or 6.5 regular, in the long last, they actually sent me a UK 6. So it's interesting because lengthwise it fits. It's quite snug on the instep, and I have quite a low instep, and then also the heel is a little bit too shallow for me. I need a little bit more height here, maybe like half an inch more, and that would have helped lock me in. So I think a half size up might have been too long, because this is quite a long last. So if you like a long last, that's definitely going to be a good last for you. A UK 6 foot might have fit this better, but definitely would have had probably a good amount of toe space. So the fit is unique. I will say that. So long, as they describe it, it is a long last. So do be prepared for that. But the shoe is actually very comfortable. When I put it on, it's quite soft and, like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like cushy, but not in a cushion way. And goodness, I'm getting all kinds of interruptions in this video with all the smart technology and deliveries. Not cushioned in the sense that, you know, like you got your Cole Haans with Nike Air, but cushioned in the sense that it really like hugged your foot and has a nice little, they definitely put a little bit of padding underneath the sock liner there. And it's quite a short sock liner too. It's almost like a half sock liner as opposed to a 3/4 one. But there is a really nice amount of arch support in there, and you definitely feel that, and it definitely feels good. So again, let's just take a look. So you got a beautiful crust leather with is obviously a handmade color patina, whatever you want to call it. It looks almost like a burgundy museum, which is really nicely done. Actually, very subtle. The color is a little bit more kind of cherry berried, I don't know, light burgundy than a dark burgundy, but it is a beautiful shoe. Nice shine. Again, fully handmade. Something they signature do as well is a wood pegged waist with a very sharp fiddle back. You've probably seen this on my Instagram before, but it's kind of their specialty. I really like the buckle as well. I like discreet buckles. This one is on the larger side, but still elegant in shape, which is what I like. Many buckles are quite boring, and this one has some character with its design. And yeah, I love the single monk Balmoral design. I think it's great. Love these love the design, little notch here. You have some elastic here to help you out on the instep, just in case they are a little snug. But beautiful shoe. You can see a little bit of a color stain there. You know, again, 440 handmade. You can see this is difficult to not do. I know because I've done it myself. But you can see every single kind of, it's very subtle, but you can see the all markings where they stitch the sole onto the welt there, because they did it very close to the last, which they could have shaved this down even more to give it a tighter profile because of how close they actually stitched that to the last shape. I'm not sure if you can see it, but little details again where you can tell that this shoe was completely made by hand. And for $440, I dare say that it was a great deal. Comfortable shoe. Again, the sizing is the only thing that's a little bit interesting. I do feel the heel shape is a little too shallow, but you know, maybe that works better for somebody else. Some people don't like the heel being high. I did forget to say, the leather used in the kind of ankle heel region is a different leather. It's a softer leather, and it's actually cushioned. That's what makes it feel cushioned and nice. It's almost like the top line of a sneaker where they have like the cushioned padding. That's what they do here, which is interesting. You don't see that on dress shoes, but it's a nice feature, and that helps to give it a very soft cushioned feel. And you notice it here. It's almost spongy-like. It's clever. It's very clever. So again, the shoes, handmade in Thailand, $440 for this model. You have the choice of color, you have the choice of sole, you have the choice of last. Again, here's the kind of more short, rounded, classic stubby last. You have the long last, and then I presume you can switch out the sole. I'm not sure if you get choice of line. I didn't really see how in depth your choices go, but I think if you write them up, they'd probably be quite accommodating. I really like this deep teal color, which is actually similar to the bags, and I'm wondering if the lining leather is similar to the bag. No, probably not, but it's definitely similar in color. The lining leather is really soft and nice. Again, you can see the hand welted notches on the insole there. Another sign of it being hand done. And yeah, overall, a lovely pair of shoes. I'll be curious to see what else comes out of Thailand. And definitely check them out. Their styles are a bit eclectic. Some of them are very forward. Some of them are quite classic. And again, I believe like many makers come out of Southeast Asia, they are constantly improving. From what I see, picture after picture, new stuff is always looking better, more refined. Again, if you're looking for G&G refinement for $440, you might as well just go to G&G because those two things rarely align. But if you're looking for a comfortable, solid pair of shoes, maybe you want something with a shorter heel, then this is very interesting to try. I think the Barry model is among one of the coolest single monk straps out there. I personally love it. I think it's a great design. I love the color. I'd love to see it in some two-tones. And yes. So, hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry for all the interruptions between Alexa talking to me on the speaker and FedEx delivering stuff. You know, it's hard to get some peace. Oh, I think she heard me say her name. But anyway, wish everybody a great day. Thank you as always for tuning in. Do stay tuned as I have a ton more. And please, as always, feel free to share, like, comment, and definitely check out the blog if you haven't already at www.theshoesnobblog.com. Thanks again. Take care.